Yeah.
I think so. I think so as well. So back to what we were talking about. You're talking about having guys signing on, and we're talking about Pat Mahomes and some of these guys, and what's gonna cause the influx, what's gonna cause the excitement, and we talked briefly, or at least touched on the market pump that really happened, and it coincided with a couple of things. One was the announcement of the Rumble game, and the other one was the what we talked on the pod last week about was the stars CD, OBJ, Pat Mahomes, and who am I forgetting?
DK.
DK, yeah, DK Metcalf. So those four
And
guys,
Beckham Jr.
yeah, OBJ, right? Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry, you said
yeah.
OBJ.
So, we got those guys signing on. I think that drew a lot of guys from Top Shot over. We've seen some people join ADU that have come from Top Shot, some big accounts as well. So, a lot of that really spurred the market on, and we saw a lot of moments go on runs, launch
Yeah.
codes specifically. You saw a lot of the quarterbacks go, and you saw a lot of the offensive players going, which is very common for people coming over. They're going to go after who they know is going to have value. One, because they have value already, and because obviously it's a quarterback and wide receiver league, so those guys started flying off the shelves pretty quickly. What are your thoughts on the overall market movement? What caused the pump? Is it sustainable? Is this a one time thing? Are we going to see it? Are we going to see a dip? What do you think, Ty?
Um, I think that we see a dip right before season starts, and only because I know that markets go up and down, right? Highs and lows. So I think that we got such a high right now because my account went up, right? It went up, and I
Yeah.
was so surprised. Like I was at, I think like 1,800, and like by the end of it, it's at 2,300. I didn't do anything, right? It just went up, and so I was just like this is wild, right? Kind of thing, because um, I just wasn't really like wasn't really like expecting it. So when it really happened, I was just like, okay, cool. It's going to go down a little bit, and then it really has like stayed at that level. But it would have to take it would have to take some like challenges, because like a pack drops also like moves the market down as well. So like we'll have two more pack drops, so that's going to move the market down. So I think it goes down just a little bit, and then as the season starts, and then as we start getting a lot more, utility for these moments, they'll just start to rise as well again.
Brett, what do you think?
It's really tough to tell. All day has been saying all the right things when it comes to scarcity, challenges, burning, all that jazz. So when that roadmap comes out, I could see the marketplace really booming if it has a lot of information that we're wanting,
Yeah,
because it's also going to tell us a lot about what season two will look like. And I think a lot hinges on that. If they stick with one common max per player per season, or at least for season two, um, or at least one moment per tier, if they maybe they decrease mint sizes for the commons, because in a previous blog they said they're not going to go over 10K. Um, if it did move, it would go downward. So maybe they do reduce the mint size. Maybe the burning challenges are a lot of fun, and we're getting a lot of kind of those floor moments, or producing more scarcity. All that could lead to optimism and lead to a lot more people joining all day. Um, if it's a healthy economy, I could see the user base growing.
yeah,
And if season two is what we want it to be, I'm very optimistic about it. So I mean, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and we'll see how the next few weeks go.
Yeah.
And it's interesting though because people do sell off for packs, and we have a couple more left.
hmm
And so you're saying the market probably dips a little bit. I think it will right before the pack drops, but I don't think it will be too significant. just because the moments will be of players that don't already have a moment in that tier. So a lot
Yeah.
of people are going to be wanting those moments, and they're not going to be just ripping and probably and selling.
Right.
So we'll see. I'm optimistic. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like you, Ty, with the challenges. I'm
Yeah.
optimistic.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think, with added supply, certainly there is a chance for the market to dip back down. But I think the most likely thing is that if these drops happen at the time that we're onboarding, I think a lot of the additional supply can be eaten up by new users. I don't think it's out of the question to has to see the user base double, right? I think we're around 80K right now of active users. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for it to be at 160K. That's to me not very much. And like you mentioned, Brett, that if they stay at 10K and they don't go over 10K, I don't think it's very likely that Series 2, Season 2 is going to be less than what Series 1 was. I think it would be a little odd for them to actually make Series 2, more scarce. I think it's likely that everything stays the same and that the scarcity will come from increase of users, a little bit more, you know
Earning as well.
yeah, but exactly. There are going to be opportunities to keep the market up. So as these different aspects come together into the beginning of the season, and to add to it is we've been down for a very long time, right?
Yeah.
From where we peaked, the last
Yeah.
few months have been it's been a trial. You're just
Yeah.
you're watching it bleed down, and it's like, oh man, what's going on right now? And especially after so many of us have Top Shot PTSD. So
Yeah, literally.
but it is important that they have listened to us, when it comes to scarcity, that they do take that input, and it has been important to them. That's, to me, means everything. So I think we are going to see, at worst, a flat line. But as long as they are onboarding members and they are putting out things that get people excited, like having the OBJ and Mahomes and the rest of the stars signing on to this, that there will be a real chance that it doesn't dip at all and it just keeps ticking up.
Exactly.
To add to that, the NFL is just a different beast,
Oh, totally.
especially here in the United States. I know
Yeah.
we have collectors from all over the world, but man, everybody is watching the Thursday night game. Everybody's watching Sunday night, Monday night, um, and it's just a different beast. And there's going to be a lot of enthusiasm around the NFL, and there's going to be a lot of enthusiasm for the all the fantasy leagues drafting
Yeah.
Yeah.
their teams as well.
Yep.
And I think if All Day can capture that enthusiasm, if they're doing all the right things, I don't see why the user base won't grow.
Yeah, agreed. So, okay, so
Agreed.
so Josh, he says in the comments, it says, "Does Bestia have his NASA T-shirt on, referencing launch codes and us going to the moon?"
Oh, yeah, I'll take credit for that. Maybe.
All right,
Do you
so
have do you
go
have
ahead.
launch code set?
I do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So
Oh yeah, I'm team launch codes all the way. It was the first that I basically wanted to get, and that was primarily because I'm a Chiefs fan and Patrick
yeah,
Mahomes is in that set.
Yeah.
So once I shelled out the big bucks for Mahomes, I was like, man, there's Herbert, there's
yeah,
all these debuts of receivers and quarterbacks. I might as well go all in. But yeah, we
it
can talk about launch codes